Hello and welcome to Retro Racing Reviews, where this week, just as a short, we're going to have a quick look at a couple of laps of Laguna Seca in a variety of old driving games all the way through to the present. This this thing is EA Car and Driver from 1992. We're driving the Lamborghini Countach at this stage, and yes, you'll see I've done a review of the game itself on the blog, yeah, it doesn't really hold up all that well nowadays, but it was a fun little distraction at the time. Going to a game with actual graphics rather than being made out of boxes. It's the original IndyCar Racing, 1993. This is the VGA mode. This is one of the first PC driving games I got. I'll do a full review of this going forward. I've already done one for the blog as well, so check that out if you want to get my my thoughts in print. We're now going to switch across to the immediate follow-up to that from a couple of years down the line. It's IndyCar Racing 2. The graphics go to Super VGA, 640 by 480. Broadly speaking, however, the game is fundamentally the same. A lot of the games Papyrus released around that time were all based off the same engine. And they really did work your processor pretty hard. I do remember NASCAR being particularly egregious in that respect. Moving on, well, a full 10 years to R Factor. I'm in the Ferrari Tipo 641, possibly one of my all-time favourite Grand Prix cars. Only problem with this mod, it's the SRM team mod. For the 1990 season is there's no hands on the steering wheel in cockpit view. Other than that, the car model is flipping brilliant. I just love driving this car. It handles beautifully. We now cut to Project Cars, one of the latest and greatest driving sims going, and we're into the Formula A car, which is basically the Formula 1 car, but they don't have the license for it or anything similar, because Codemasters have the F1 license. So I'll be looking at Codemaster stuff at a future time. But other than that, Project Cars, the Formula A car, it's an absolute hoot to drive. Glued to the road, nice and precise, and you can just sort of see the evolution of cars from a very much an analog format with the IndyCars to everything having digital buttons. Speaking of taking a bit of a trip back through time, we're going to finish off the lap in the Lamborghini. Now, one of the problems I had with this game is you can see that the circuits are constructed out of panels, and that rather than everything being sort of nice and smoothed out, which means that when you like you see here, when you try and go across the lip of the panels as they try and make the circuit change camber, it does lead to everything wobbling about quite disconcertingly. However, you do see your gear shifting, and the tyres do squeal to let you know that you're losing traction. So overall, at the time, a pretty sophisticated game. Managed to finish without a time penalty as well. But I did just want to show you this. This animation is terrible. I'm sorry. Look at that. Just brilliant. So thank you for watching a couple of laps of Laguna Seca over the course of 14 years of driving game history. I'll be back with something a bit more substantial very shortly, but thanks for watching.